I think. Years ago, I woke up surrounded by blood. My grandmother was gone, and I remember nothing. Tonight, I'm going back to discover what I did. Let's do this. Ooh, this is creepy. Damn it, it's locked. I should check round back. Who the hell boarded this up? There has to be something around here I can use to take these down. Ooh, look. The axe. Wait. Oh no, there's a lock. Okay. We're in. Investigate the house. Alright. We don't have any power right now. Right. Bugs, toothpaste. Nothing we can interact with? No? Okay. Let's move on. I'm gonna turn that. I'm gonna say that's a mouse. There's something engraved on the lock. You can find me if you try, but I can't be seen with the naked eye. He's got lyrics. Okay. The hell was that come out of that fridge? Okay, let's go upstairs. Alright. The hell was that? In a photo from years ago, my great-grandmother stands proudly beside his daughters, nieces and nephews. A few years after completing the house was built, his two sons, I recall my grandmother mentioning that they all fell seriously ill after the construction. Could it have been due to the materials used in the building? My great-grandfather, with his two sons and daughters, together with his sons, he constructed the luxurious house that once occupied this property. Now reduced to just a foundation, it sits on a hill behind the house. Bathroom. Okay. Who was in here? Surprised Claire today with a visit to the famous... Okay, I can hear that in the background. To the famous Ethel Myrtle's house. She's been wanting to come here for months. The place is hidden, but I met someone who used to work for Ethel. There are rumors about her grandson being involved in her disappearance, and the husband vanished afterwards. Maybe he wanted revenge. The house is mostly locked up with almost every door sealed, preserving its history. Claire bought her Ouija board to connect with Ethel. She's a bit of a fanatic. She's been acting a little bit strange lately, but this trip seems to have cheered her up. Even with all the heavy feeling here, I boarded up the back door for her peace of mind. Now we're off to see what else we can find. Max. Okay. At least they didn't destroy anything. I'll keep looking around. My great uncle, along with his wife and their young daughters, posed in the front of the grand house they inherited from his... Oh, come on. This early? Really? Hey. Now that was not very pleasant, was it? Okay. Please like, share, and subscribe for more. Oh, there's a tape player there. Oh, maybe we have to find some tapes. There seems to be a key to the house in the back. Pa would twirl it around his finger during the power outages. Two decades in this dump have left me feeling monotony's dull ache. I can hear someone breathing. Our grandson's arrival, though celebrated by others, only amplifies the dull ache of boredom that has been settled into our very bones of this place. The walls close in as the routine of these isolated woods stifles any excitement or purpose. I often find my mind drifting back to the days of war, a time where every heartbeat mattered. Returning to that chaos felt preferable to the dreariness of this homestead. In the midst of Ethel's illness, I cling to the rhythmic purr of my truck and the solace of painting. The canvas becomes sanctuary to my unspoken thoughts, locked away in a room, with seen by my late mother. The keys to my peace rest with her. As I write this on my anniversary, the ink carries the weight of the unspoken desires. Can't get in there. I remember this being a picture of Grandma. Terrible. Kind of looks like Beetlejuice. Okay. I have the key. I wonder if I can get in the power working in this place. No, we can't get in this room yet. Okay. Oh, come on now. Someone with their slippity shlapper feet. I bet this door's going to be locked now, isn't it? Oh, maybe not. Okay. Oh, this is great. So this is where we're going to restore the power. I take it. Alright, let's see. A missing fuse. Of course there's a missing fuse. I think the old man left in the storage room. Okay, perfect. You know there's going to be a jump scare here, right? You shouldn't have come here. Okay. Now. I was prepared for that one. Perfect. Okay. Great. Yep. You know when it comes down to these flashing lights, it's not going to be anything good. Okay. So. My name is Thomas Myrtle, the grandson of Ethel and Arthur Myrtle.
You did it.
I have no recollection of last night's events, yet I fear I may have committed a grave act, awakening beside a pool of blood in my grandmother's room, with her, nowhere to be found, Our seamless argument from yesterday morning seems to have spiraled out of control. I cannot bring myself to face my family. I'm deciding to vanish. P.A. Oh, Pa. I never intended to harm towards you or Grandma, and I wish you were here to have stopped me. Grandma, my love for you is immense, and I am deeply sorry for believing I had changed. You were right all along. Chapter 7, Whispers from the Art Room. Ethel sat by the window, her gaze drifting past the falling snow in the door at the end of the hallway. The entrance to Arthur's sanctuary, his art room. It beckoned to her like a forbidden realm, a place she had not dared enter and could not fit in years. The art room held a mystique that both intrigued and perplexed Ethel. It was a space of secrets, a haven where Arthur retreated to unleash the depths of his creativity. But there was more to it than just a painting. Ethel often wondered what mysteries lay hidden within these walls. She imagined shelves lined with jars of pigments and brushes, canvases stacked against one another like a silent witness to Arthur's artistic journey. But what drew Arthur to his art room time and time again was not just an act of painting, but a solace it provided. It was a place where he could escape the demands of the world, where he could lose himself in the strokes of his brush and the swirls of color on the canvas. Ethel understood his purpose more than anyone else. She knew that Arthur's art was not just a hobby, but a lifeline, a tether to his true self in a world that often seemed indifferent to his dreams. And she sat by the window watching the snow fall softly outside. Ethel couldn't help but wonder what secrets lay buried within the walls of the art room. She longed to unlock its mysteries, to understand the depths of Arthur's soul that he so willingly poured into his work. But for now, she could only wait and wonder, her heart heavy with the weight of the unspoken truth. What did Pa keep in that room, so secretly, so far away? I think... What the hell was that? Am I having a fucking episode? I think it's a joint episode, my sir. Okay. Right, we need to find the key. This morning was rough. Grandma accused me of taking her pills, which hurt, especially since I've been clean. I know her memory isn't great, but I didn't touch those pills. They were probably just forgotten on the coffee table. Grandpa surprised me by suggesting we play poker tonight and talk it out. He'll likely bring up his 1914 war story again, the years he was drafted into the war. It's a welcome break from the tension with Grandma and a chance to connect, especially since he always locked away in his mysterious art room. The other day, I saw him painting the walls, but oddly, there was no paint left behind. I think those paint fumes must be getting to him. I hope Grandma forgives me. Being falsely accused by someone you love hurts, but I'll try to maintain patience and understanding. Family is everything, even with what they're mistaken. Listen. That's not... Okay. Alright, I need to find this key. Maybe I should double check Grandma's journal in the entry room. Did we read this? It's been a tough journey, but I'm grateful to have my grandparents by my side when I had nothing, and nobody else has been crashing on the couch for a few months now. And my back is constantly reminding me of the discomfort, but it's still better than the cold sidewalks I used to sleep on. Becky, I know you'll never see this, but I'm sorry for how our marriage fell apart because my addiction. I'm proud to say I've been clean for 2 years now, though life is still tough. My grandmother's memory is fading, and it's hard to watch. She tries to write, but she can barely get through a few sentences. Still, she gets up every morning at 4 a.m. to make us both a fresh cup of coffee, and those moments on the porch mean the world to me. Pa and I don't talk like we used to, and it hurts. I thought we'd grow closer, but instead we drifted apart. I'm trying to figure it out. Each day is hard, but I'm holding on to the small blessings and grateful for the family I still have. Ah, picked up keys. Okay. We are in. Perfect. Right. Find out what it unlocks. Okay. Perhaps here? That's not the keys for that. Yeah, of course. But the fluorescent paint, The canvas before it depicts a man dissolving into ennui and weakness that surrounds me. The tape recording is safely secured in my study. Arthur, 1951. All right. Oh, great. This is exactly what I asked for. 9. Okay. Okay, so this is what it means by you can't see with the naked eye. Okay, fair enough. So this is something to do with the fluorescent paint. Okay. 1. Oh, that's not. Okay, so now things are intensifying now. Listen. Oh, grandmother, how could I have done this to you? Listen. Okay. Let's be brave. One 191. Or 191. was backwards. Alright. The memories stick with me to this day.
Congratulations. You've stumbled upon my tape, where I'm certain I'll be 6 feet by now. Here's the truth. I snuffed out my wife, Ethel Myrtle, with my own hands. Craftily, I pinned the whole sordid affair on my feeble grandson. Oh, Tommy boy, you were a breeze to deceive. My hands may be dirty, but yours will bear the weight of the blame. You see, when you've got one soul dependent on meds to numb the pain, and another reveling in them for twisted delight, pitting them against each other is child's play. Just drop the pills next to the addict's pitiful bedside. I waltz in, the virtuous savior. Tom and I indulge in a deceitful game of poker, and as he rises to use the head, I sneak a generous dose of sleeping pills into his tea. Sweet dreams, Tom, you gullible pawn. Once Ethel was dealt with, I moved his body into her quarters. When he comes to, I'm sure he'll believe the terrors of the war made him do such a terrible thing. He won't suspect it was me. Little does he know, I had him dancing to my malicious tune. I've got him fooled. I fed him a load of lies, making him believe I'm off on some extended work trip tonight. I'd kill him too, but unfortunately, he's my cover. Here's the motive. I've gambled my life for this damn country. Yet, who gets the accolades? Not me, but Ethel. Maybe once I erase her from the scene, they'll finally acknowledge the greatness I've achieved, the masterpieces I've crafted. And if they still don't, well, this confession will cement me as the legend who silenced the renowned author Ethel Myrtle and got away with it.
The bitch. All these years. Now, Grandma, Nana, you know this wasn't me. You need revenge. Is that coming from the attic? Okay. Remember, like, share, and subscribe. Let's... Remember, Gran, I never did this to you. And family. It's hard to put into words the turmoil swirling within me. I need you to understand that my love for you was genuine, but the path I've chosen was driven by desperation. Losing my mother at a young age left a void only Ethel could fill. Her books became my refuge, guiding me through life's trials with their messages of hope and joy. The road I've taken, deceiving you to enter her cherished haven, was not fueled by malice, but by a sense of duty. In this life, I find it hard to find purpose. Even the prospect of motherhood couldn't anchor me in purpose. Yes, Max, I'm 3 months pregnant. I owe Ethel everything. With this book of spells, your sacrifice, I'll protect the place she once called home, and where those cherished books were born for all eternity. You once said you'd do anything for me, and I believed you. So I slipped poison into your drink, knowing you would understand. You look so peaceful now in that bed, and I promise to protect your soul. You may rest while mine will remain here forever. Farewell, Max. Thank you for the chance, even if this means goodbye. Love always, Claire. So the Ouija board. So Claire. Okay. Rest in peace. Where do we go? Oh, come on. Forgive me.